Ember Temple is essentially, it's an ancient place, thought to be as old as life in the realm. And it carries these urns, essentially, thought to be the remains of dead gods. And these dead gods are capable of offering certain boons or knowledge that eludes the world of men.
Oh, okay. Then what we need now is we need time and space to do something. So, I'll turn to
I,
Levistus and say, "You guarantee our safety if I free you."
I will send you to the Forest of Desolation myself.
Okay.
I
Well, I'll
thought he
look
was
at
sending.
Pocket.
I thought he was
Huh?
sending us to Sigil.
I'll look at the Forest of Desolation. That's Strahd's domain. No?
That is where the Horcrux is. The phylactery.
Okay. So I'll look at Pocket and I'll look at Ruzo and I'll nod at them.
There will be a door that will bring you to the Amber Temple after you have completed your purpose at the forest.
Okay. So then I'll hold the staff and I cast the planar knock, I guess. And
You do that. There is a boom, and you can hear the sound of ice and crystal shaking and crashing from Levistus's tower in all directions. And a swirling sphere of purple energy surrounds him. And he says, Asmodeus is not even strong enough to keep me in this cage, and emerges with a rapier already drawn in his hand. And he looks over at the creature Garyon and vaults. And we'll say that's where he ends his turn. Ruzo, it is your turn. What do you do?
You said something very interesting about rogues. I am a very dexterous rogue. Can I get out of these restraints?
The rope has already been broken by Pocket and George.
Ah,
Are free.
okay.
It is a high threshold. I would not put you through that roll anyways.
Okay, that's fair. What is Levistus doing? Like, what does it look like he might be doing?
Getting ready to go attack Garyon.
Okay. And Garion's still attacking Halvar.
Yes.
Okay.
Just
I
the jugular, digging, clawing, and it looks like it's using some kind of like magical, some kind of magical effect along with the attack.
okay.
You're not really make heads or tails of it, but that's what you see.
First things first, I am going to use healing the healing dagger to heal myself. So that's 2d4 plus 6.
Take a little gash, and you are healed.
2d4. I am healed. 12 points. And then I'm going to attack Garyon with my short bow, staying where we are.
Make an attack roll.
12 to hit.
I'm afraid 12 does not hit.
Okay.
Oh, she gave you magical arrows, didn't she?
Oh,
Musicians are
think that
playing
was the
Beethoven's
thing.
Ninth Power Cut.
We'll say that you have plus
guidance?
1 arrow.
Strikes just a few
that's
bars
something
before the last
different.
movement.
Do you have guidance though?
I don't know.
I can flash of genius her roll.
No, that's
I believe.
okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well,
Oh no, it's
ac-
only an ability check.
well, it's the same round. You already used your reaction.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Is there anywhere to hide in this room or anywhere?
It is
That-
open space. The only places where you could think would be good to hide are the staircases that lead down deeper into the dungeon. You think you could crawl in where one of those are. The closest one is about 25 feet away from the group of the three of you, like a sideways one.
I thought we were about to get teleported out of here.
Okay,
I know.
I will stay put with Jory and I assume Copernicus.
Yes,
And
is the
I'm with pocket.
pocket. Yeah.
Well, I assume we're all relatively close together. So
It
that's
is.
I think we're out of here soon, pocket.
Oh, that's nice.
If he upholds his end of the deal, which he should.
Yeah. Let's see. The so from one of the staircases next comes a wizard dressed in black robes
Oh, another one.
with a
Another
tall,
one.
a very, very large spell book. And he says, Egad, this is not gone to plan. I'll stun you. And he casts a spell in the direction of Ruzo. I need you.
Yay.
Oh, there is no save for the initial
Counter spell.
spell.
Counter spell. If I
Oh.
could, I would counter spell.
Copernicus can counterspell, though. I will look up the spell. I always forget.
Copernicus counterspells, pockets counterspell.
You know what?
Copernicus
Yes.
really wants me to get hit.
Yeah, no, Copernicus is like, you need to just be calm.
You've been around far too long.
Let's see. So it's 10 plus the spell level. Spellcasting ability,
Plus,
Copernicus. I just need to check that really quickly.
plus a plus 6. Oh no, I still don't have my reaction still.
9, and it needs to roll an 18. Copernicus fails his roll. Uses the spell slot, is unable to counterspell, and you are stunned, Ruzo. For our purposes, we'll say that you're paralyzed.
Oh.
And the end of each of your turns, you'll be able to make a check. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. How many hit points do you have?
27 currently.
Okay. Yes, you are definitely stunned. That is the wizard's turn. It is now Copernicus's turn. He's gonna say, "Oh shit! This is not good. This is not good."
That's why I was just kind of gonna go limp and let the world happen around me as it usually does.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good plan.
I found out a long time ago. I'm here for the ride.
Copernicus says, "Well, I'm gonna shoot this at somebody," and cast Disintegrate in the direction of the wizard who has just come in.
Shoot it at the Gary.
Oh my god.
Ray. Let's make a dexterity save throw. The wizard gets a 2 on the roll. And there's another discharge wild magic. Can someone roll me a D100?
I will do it, seeing as I'm stunned and don't have anything else to do.
Okay.
34.
um, yeah, this wizard. Well, okay, so it's 10d6.
Now I want chicken tendies.
This wizard takes 85 points of damage.
Respectable amount of damage for a high level wizard.
Yeah, they're still alive, but they're very, very badly burned.
All the hair on their body is burnt away.
And as you can see their pecs through their robes.
Wizard! Oh no, the wizard's hot! Oh no, he's hot.
Sounded like a Blake Sunny voice.
That's Squidward.
Pocket. It is your turn. Can you make me another spell attack?
Sure, whatever you want, DM. 23.
23 is enough that you burst out of the ice, and we'll say that that's your movement, or half your movement. What do you do?
What are we waiting for?
There is no portal.
Levistus to send us.
Did you let him out yet?
Yeah,
He's
I did.
All right, Mr. Levistus, we're ready.
He's attacking Garyon.
I will be revenged for the one who took Vinsocia from me.
Okay. I polymorph the Garyon.
You cast the spell Polymorph
Correct.
against Gary.
Yes.
This huge creature, like scorpion tail, snake bodied, red winged.
What do you attempt to turn the creature into?
A cranium rat.
Very good. So that is your intention. The spell seems to be a certain type of effective, only it hasn't gone exactly to plan. Although the creature Garyon is turned into a cranium rat, it is a diabolic 60-foot, well, we'll say 30-foot tall, bipedal cranium rat with still swirling dark magical eyes and a sort of a garish, gnarled, yarping voice and a long rat tail.
Yay. Yay.
You do this.
That's my turn.
Interesting. It is now Garyon's turn. And seeing that its attempts to break Hallister out of these binds are futile, it is going to now turn and jump into the center of this space. The ice begins to crack underneath it, and at the edge of every part of this chamber in the room is a portal that appears. And what you can see appears to be a dark forested area. And Garyon lunges at Levistus. Rolling a 30 and a 24 to hit. both hitting. Well, one of them hits. The second one, Levistus is able to parry away and deftly lunges in through the air. The attack doesn't seem to be super effective, but it does do some damage. It is now Levistus's turn. And he says, "Take your leave now. These portals are made for you, and I will fell this damned beast." And goes in. Actually, he teleports behind Garyon, the cranium rat, and plunges his sword straight into the brain and hangs on rodeo style as the creature begins to toss and turn with this blade sticking out from the exposed brain of the cranium rat Pocket has just created. It is now Jory's turn. But I will say that if we want, then we can move out of initiative and everyone just scrambles and darts towards the portals that have just been erected.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah,
in
I
the
think-
portal.
Yeah, this portal seems to be towards the Forest of Desolation.
Yeah.
Am I unstunned at this point?
Oh.
If not, I'm
Could you
gonna
make
go grab.
a throw,
Mhm.
Russo?
Sorry, what?
Another Constitution saving throw.
Oh wait, that was the wrong one. Ah, okay. Hang on. Natural 20, 22.
Wonderful. So you're able to break this wizard's curse, and as you and the rest of your party break your way through the portal, the wizard calls out, "This isn't the last you've heard of Damien, the poorly named."
Damien.
You really did just give up halfway through.
That's the most shameful sentence I've ever heard.
I mean, I feel sorry for you.
And you
Bye.
find yourselves at the edge of the plain of Stygia in an odd enclosed, like a grove clearing. You have gone numb to the coldness of this place. Icicles hang off the group of you, and especially Pocket. Long ice hangs from your nose, and you're freezing. You're experiencing a kind of dread and coldness that you've never experienced before. And you can see that there are only two things of note in this kind of area. There is a font with swirling black ichor, and there are a number of trees, one of which stands out among them. It's ebony wood. It seems to be drooping and dripping black ichor from the branches. Sorry about that, brain fart. Copernicus says, "We never sacrifice, guys.
I'm sorry, what?
We never got a sacrifice."
Okay, I feel like, yeah, that's a good thing, I suppose.
A
No.
voice from tree in several languages calls out, "Blood, blood."
No, he's
Blood.
saying we didn't bring a sacrifice that we
Oh, we
Oh.
need.
One of us is gonna have to die.
Oh,
We all look at Copernicus.
Oh no, we should draw lots.
No, we're looking at you
I
because
mean,
you're talking.
you brought it up. I feel like it's only fair.
I know I'm not sacrificing myself.
Why
I'm
should I
sure we'll
sacrifice
figure
myself?
something out.
All right, if
Oh,
we're gonna be really diplomatic about this, if anyone's sacrificing himself, it's Russo.
Eh.
I mean, right?
yeah.
It's just your family stuff. I
I
mean,
can still be myself. You don't know you're gonna take me alive.
all right. Just go sit down, Copernicus. We don't need you for this. Uh, I don't want anybody to have to sacrifice anything, but here the fuck we are. You know what I mean? Like we've been
Yeah.
put on this path. I've been forced
Mm.
into these family matters. I don't think I was ever going to gain anything from any of this. I don't want to fucking be here. I don't deserve to be here. I I just want to go the fuck home. And I've gotten to the point where I will I'll do anything to do it. It's a damn shame that it's come to this.
Completely out of character. Do we need to pick now?
It is at this point that you, Pocket, notice a small wooden black door about 30 feet, 60 feet behind the dark tree itself, as Levistus said, would be there to lead you to the Amber Temple, which would help you, presumably, get back to Sigil.
But this
I'm sorry if that wasn't communicated, but Levistus intended to have that communicated.
but what do we need a sacrifice for again?
If you
To
were
find the phylactery.
phylactery. Although you see the way to go, you have to decide. You have been told that the dark powers, as such, probably aren't going to remove Strahd, even if you destroy the majority of him. You've fractured the Elder Wand, but you haven't completely destroyed it yet, as far as I
Ruzo,
know.
Could we sacrifice the Elder One? I mean, there are still potentially 2 souls in there. Would that count as a sacrifice?
well, what I'm thinking is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we sacrifice anyone and destroy this Horcrux. It won't help.
Nothing's gonna change.
It would be a waste of a soul and a life.
And
Our
I
quest
mean, in
has
all
been
honesty, I can't trust either of you to carry on this after if I do sacrifice myself.
if Levistus has told us the truth, which, to be fair, might not be the whole truth, this entire quest has been pointless.
Mm-hmm.
The dark powers were just using us as patsies, and they wanted us out of the way.
And at a certain point, it doesn't seem like we're helping your uncle anymore. It's nice that you have such a nice
What about
relationship
Lake
with
Sunny?
him.
She still has the blood curse. Wherever she is.
You have you imagine Blake Sunny at the Grim Journeyman.
That
Coughing.
sucks. And I'm sorry about that, but I kind of don't care anymore. Not to bring up an old horse, but we were never friends to begin with.
She is rich. She'll be okay.
I didn't know you people. I got thrown into your crazy shit and sucked out of my home. So not to beat this dead horse again, but I've tried real hard to care about all of this, and I just can't anymore.
Copernicus says, Pocket broke me out of jail. I've just been hanging around.
Jory doesn't deserve any of this. They deserve this less than I do.
I think
But
that's
then
all
what
fair.
was the point if it's all meaningless?
The point was to help Blake. Blake's gone. The point was to help your uncle. I don't give a shit about your uncle, and this quest wasn't going to help him to begin with, it seems like.
Mm.
That's pretty dark. They have
I'm sorry.
nihilism with the vampire world. They must know about nihilism.
Look,
Vampires.
I never had problems with vampires, but they weren't my uncle.
Bleakers know about that.
I miss Bleakers. I miss the Bleakers. I miss the Dusties.
What is the way forward here?
This way.
There's another door.
Through that door.
No, Jory's has been inching closer to the door and says,
if we go through that door, will we find any of these phylacteries, or are we just giving up on that?
Yeah, the second one, giving up on it because it's pointless. Even if we destroy all these phylacteries, Strahd will just come back. It is beyond our control and power to deal with someone like that, and
He
should
is
be left to the greater, darker powers.
yes, I think my understanding, I think that we are small individuals, but I think this temple could give us something to make us bigger. And maybe we can enact change that way. But
Rizzo is extremely conflicted about all of this and is just going off on this whole existential crisis, wondering what the whole point was, and doesn't want to sacrifice anyone, but also is a bit upset at this whole situation.
It's quite frustrating.
Mm.
mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
And
Rizzo,
Copernicus says, I mean, I'm just happy not to be imprisoned. You guys have been great. You know, it's hard. The whole Elder Wand situation, that's been the hardest thing for me. And there's something in the back of my mind. Because we saw some shit that we probably shouldn't have seen. But, you know.
Rizzo is going to start walking away from the group, like rather stiffly, but towards this door.
All right, let's go.
Copernicus winks and puts the ring of invisibility back on and disappears. And you can see his footprints behind Rizzo.
I'm sorry about what I said about your uncle. It's not that I never gave a shit about him. He makes for a great smut character.
Oh, yeah, we never figured out about the novel.
And you're not gonna. Not until it's published and edited extensively. I'll change the names.
Yeah, I mean, you wrote a lot while we were off somewhere else. I don't even know where we were.
Edited extensively. But yeah, we go to the door.
Yes, you go to the door, and before you were able to make it there, you see Jory's staff begin to glow, and the door flies open on its hinges. There's a bright light that erupts from it, and before you're even able to walk into the door, the light overtakes the group of you, and you find yourselves in front of no door at all, but instead in a ruined temple where you have been before, although you haven't been in this particular chamber before. It looks like another throne room. You can see, what looks like an amber throne built up against one of the walls with small alcoves on either side of it, at which there are small like vases from which blue flames are alight. And other than that, the room appears to be basically empty. At the far end of the room, there is also what appears to be some kind of etched mural scene on a plate of amber. But you're too far away to make out the details. Some fawn.
Are there any other doors?
Yeah, what are the points of in and out in this room?
There are no doors. It is an enclosed vault.
Oh.
There is a throne, and there are the two alcoves, and then at the opposite end, there is the amber wall. And you think that you may be able to see another chamber beyond the wall.
All right, this is a great place for us to go the fuck to sleep. I've had a really long and stressful day. I need my snoozies.
You almost died, Pocket. Can we go back? That was traumatic for you, I bet.
Yeah, I would love to talk about it right now. That's what I want to do. No, can I go to sleep? I'm going to sleep. I start putting my bedroll down in the corner.
Copernicus reaches into his pouch and pulls out a block of wood and starts making a scrimshaw.
Ruzo just throws everything down to the floor and immediately goes to sleep. She's very annoyed with everyone and the whole situation.
I think Jory, seeing everyone is like bedding down, will walk over to the vases that are alight. They're like with like blue flame.
Yeah.
Can I investigate it, or can I see what this deal is? Does it remind me of these
Yeah.
urns that Levistus was talking about?
Make me an Arcana check. Yeah.
I'm doing this all very secretly. That is a 13.
Very good. So you are able to make out that there are two figures that are burning in the light of each of these. Your sense is that there is magical energy that's stored between the two figures. Looking around with your staff, one of them has similar lettering. So you think one of the figures in one of the urns might be related to Ptah, or that it may be some kind of mural, or I'm sorry, not mural, but like an energy associated with Ptah, who is, as we know, the god of secrets, sometimes known as the revealer of ways or the opener of ways. Ptah is a god associated with portals, and it is said that he keeps the esoteric knowledges, especially as they relate to magical tinkering and portal magic, planar magic.
And this other figure?
The other figure is a woman, and the iconography is something which appears to be magic. There's like a magic associated with her. You can see that her symbol appears to be a pathway with several stars around it. And the sense that you get is one of pure magical energy. There's sort of the chaos of the weave itself seems to emanate from this, whereas the other one is much more obscurant, and its nature and energy is a little bit more opaque, I would dare say. Your
And
intuition
there's
that the throne is operative, and that in order to seek what you seek, the throne may be the place where you have to put yourself.
and so everyone is asleep.
I've rolled over and I'm watching you. I said, "Hey, can we save sitting in the chair for after we wake up?" Like the room is safe right now. If we open a door, then it's not safe anymore.
Okay. Yeah, y'all should go to sleep.
Thank you.
There's a faint whisper of magic that reaches out from the throne and lingers in
Once
the air.
everyone is asleep. Is everyone asleep?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I go sit in that fucking throne.
God damn it.
So you hear a voice,
Oh.
and it says, "We know of what you seek. We know of the means to provide that which eludes you. But there's always a price. You must reunite these two figures, Ptah and Mistra, so that they may return to the height of their power once more. Then you shall be given a place among those who have been immortalized in physical form and eternal name. Until now, this crown will protect you and keep you safe from all of those who would mean you harm. And you can feel a crown of thorns burst into place around your head. And I think everyone is woken from the burst of noise, and you see Jory sitting on this.
Sigil, sit in the chair!
Like true
What
Ice
are
King
you
passion.
doing?
With a black crown of thorns spiked around their head, which
I said don't sit in the chair.
it disappears after an instant. You
And
take
now-
no physical damage, but there's blood that comes from these wounds.
And now you're cursed.
As a bond is formed, the voice carries in the room. So the pact is sealed. So the quest is given, and the mystery awaits.
Well,
What was that?
I guess it was gonna happen in the morning anyway.
It's morning now, isn't it?
Is it? I thought he did it right after we all went to sleep.
You're in an enclosed vault. How do you know? Oh, well, who knows how long it was, really? It might have felt like it was longer negotiating.
Well, you know, did I get a long rest?
You all got long rests.
Very cool.
Hey,
I didn't rest though, so I get
That
no long
makes-
rest.
everything better.
I did what I had to do. I found the next way forward for me. You found me trapped for so long, I lost count, and I never thought I would make it any further.
I don't know you well enough to know if you're talking crazy right now or if this is just you.
Yeah, this.
That is a little bit kooky dooky. Freaky deaky.
Like, can I make some sort of perception
Make
check,
an
or-
insight.
an insight check to see if
Oh.
some magical force has overtaken Jory's mind?
I got 18.
I got a non-natural 20.
You, you believe her. I don't think you sense anything.
I don't want to hear it from you. I want to hear it from the dungeon master.
This is my character.
It sounds unhinged to the both of you. You don't know exactly what she's talking about. It seems very sincere. Like it's like irony mask taken off, right? Normally Jory is like kind of witty and playful and likes to show off. And there's something of a sternness that you might not have seen, or of a very like direct, a directness and a lack of irony that is of note.
Okay. I'm real happy you had an epiphany sitting in that chair. That's nice. Did you find a way out of the room?
I'm gonna hold my tongue.
No, I did not.
You turn your staff to the opposite wall, and a little green flame shoots out from it. And where the amber
Green flame.
where the amber mural was, there is now a swirling portal.
Okay. Where does
I
that go?
think this will take you where you want to go.
You first.
Yeah, I noticed you left yourself out of that sentence. Are you staying here?
Now I will also go forward and I'll walk through very confidently.
Hmm.
After they go through, I turn to Copernicus and Russo. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Can-
I don't
I
trust this. This is
have
somehow worse than
no
Copernicus's
idea.
Sorry,
affair with
what?
the Elder Wand.
I kind of blacked out whenever they were rambling. All I know is that I don't like how they're talking to me. What did they say?
Pretty intense. What they said something about having a moment of clarity, but those were spikes coming. That looked cursed to me.
That's what I said when I woke up. I
That
said,
did
don't
look
sit in the
cursed.
chair. Now you're cursed.
I think you're right.
Let's go through that portal.
You go to that portal, and lo and behold, where do you find yourselves? But the Grim Journeyman. You pop out onto one of the vaults and are there at a table in an instant.
Pocket
At
just starts
the
sobbing.
So
on the stage, there is the wizard who is pulling himself through
Tears
his.
literally just came to my eyes.
Russo is just gonna start having a look at people, making sure they're real, and like trying to find her cousin, seeing if he is real.
Yeah, Niles Blagovich is there. Niles
I'm gonna
Blagula.
run up to him and I'm going to slap him.
Oh,
Ooh.
how
I'm
dare you!
sorry. I'm sorry. I just needed to make sure.
Oh,
I
it's so
needed
wonderful.
to make sure.
You've been gone for so long. Tell me, sit down with the rest of the dirt
I'm
bags.
sorry I had to slap you. I needed to make sure you were real. I needed to test the response.
You
And
and Niles points over towards Pocket.
I'm sobbing. I'm just like
I think we need a rainbow bowl.
Lucy.
for
Yes,
Pocket.
Lucille Ball.
Yeah. So several Joel, you're able to see from behind the bar a sort of heavy set human man who is pouring, we'll say about 12. They look like ice cream sundae bowls, but they're different colors. He calls them a rainbow bowl. Says that they're supposed to make you dream. I think that the original lore was that it projects you into the future or
I
something.
thought they just got you drunk. I thought they were just the big fish bowls that got you drunk.
It's like a psychic dream thing. I think
they tell
juices.
me this?
Yeah.
No, I just have one shows up at the table and I start continuing to sob and swimming in it while drinking it.
He daily tells you this because he's like, I can tell you're clueless, right? You seem pretty clueless. You've never been here before. First time in Sigil, bud.
Don't be rude, Copernicus.
This is
Yes,
Toby.
this is my first time.
Oh,
So you can see Blake Sunny behind at the pot wash in the corner. It's, oh, baby.
do they look blood cursed?
They do still look blood cursed.
Damn shame.
But they're is nonetheless.
Shame.
Finally
How-
get my spell attack special, get around before if we can go in combat. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look between Niles and Blake and just be like, how long were we gone?
It's been like, I think like 2 weeks.
It felt longer.
Dimitri's in hiding.
He's in hiding.
He ran off to the plains of dread. But yeah, spell plague's over too. That's really good.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Yay! And I prestidigitate a little firework.
And
If I have some idea, if I have some idea of what Pocket is swimming in and consuming, I will also I'll take one of them.
One is put in front of you, like as a matter of course. That's what Toby Daly tells you that it will make you dream. That some of the like local rabble and Sigil, I'm sorry, become kind of numb to the effects of rainbow bowls after drinking them for so long. They think it just gets you drunk, but they're just used to this particular altered state of consciousnness, or it's like,
Nice.
yeah, it's a light hallucinogen.
I'll down it. I'll chug it.
Take a breath. Drift in my rainbow bowl.
Ruzo has ordered some blood wine, and is just downing that. I have a whole bottle of it.
Yeah. And Toby said, "Drinks are on me, guys. You just let loose."
Thanks, Tobe.
Tallow, get off stage. That's 15 minutes, Tallow. Get down. You haven't heard the last.
Oh, I even missed Tallow.
Is Joy
been
still
so long.
bleeding?
Huh?
Was Joy still bleeding?
Or is it blood dried?
Yeah,
Dry
it's
blood.
dried, yeah.
You might want to go clean yourself up. There's a bathroom over
Yeah.
there.
I think Joy's not even really listening.
I
just
prestidigitate you.
She pays no attention. She's
I wave
just
my
kind of
hand in
her
front of your
bowl.
face. Hey, what's up with you? Hey,
It's just like
talk about it.
You're
I'm
so
closer.
weird.
I'm getting closer.
All right, hold
you
on.
wave
We're back in Sigil. Where's the nearest exorcist? Or just a cleric, good level cleric.
need-
We have the money for this, I think. Maybe
I need no exorcism pocket.
No, you need something. Well, then you can find it here.
Yeah, this is the city where there's everything. Yes,
I
you can
think
make
that-
it anywhere. You think that the mortuary
I-
would be this place?
I think I could find what I need then.
He doesn't think
have
that.
a new
They
quest.
don't know shit about Sigil.
Ruzo is
Look,
just
you're
in
gonna
bit
need
of
a guide
daze.
if you want to move around
Everyone
this
seems like a
place.
caricature after like all that time
I'll
in
turn.
hell.
I'll turn to them like a bit frantic. I'll say, "What happens when we sleep?"
Oh, you want to go? Oh,
What?
I've got the people for you to talk to.
Where? Why are our bodies replenished when we are closer to dream? I had been trapped for so long, and all I had was this question. I think that
Wei Min might know. He's got that vitality water. He seems to know a thing about the extraplanar things. The only problem is that he is in cahoots. Well, he works at the same place as Shemeshka, where she likes to hang out. Might be a bit dangerous for us to show our face at the casino.
Well, then I will go to there because I am so close. I feel closer than I ever have been to.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Where I'm close to where we are when we sleep, and I haven't.
Sigil's the city of dreams, baby.
You can hear everyone's
I'm,
acting out, being back in the city.
We could introduce you to the godsmen, the believers of the source. That maybe they'll have some good stuff for you to talk about. There's the Dusties. They all like to talk about dead stuff. That might be what we're talking about.
Who's a lover of mysteries.
all of it. I want all of it.
Mold Man would
I
probably actually be a good source.
Mold
He's a
Man!
private eye.
We gotta find Mold Man.
Yeah, you sent him on a task, I believe, to investigate Evelyn of Shar.
Oh my God! Yeah, who was that again?
The
Oh,
person
something to do
who
with the spell plague.
believed to induce the spell plague. Yes.
Oh Dude,
You know that he lives at your apartments, which are just around the corner from here.
I want to go home anyway. So let's go. I down my drink.
You do,
Mm.
and a fuzzy
Same.
little wuzzy vision of a weird dungeon that you have been to with the group. Or actually, you see Bast. You see the perspective of Bast going through that dungeon where the lady was.
I've never seen this in my life.
Yeah, it is.
I
new to
downed
you.
mine as well.
Yeah,
I
Izzo
downed my
just
drink
takes
as
a bottle
well.
with her.
Is it a group hallucination?
it is a group
Oh.
hallucination. You're all able to see the same thing.
Cool.
Mm.
But
And Toby
well-
Daly says, "Well, come back and see us. Maybe you can be a guest on the podcast."
thanks, Tobe. All right.
What's a podcast, guys?
When we step outside,
I don't know.
this is important for you. You need to be looking down at your feet and slowly bring your eyes up to the horizon. It can be really disorienting for people who are used to being on a more flat place.
Oh, yeah, we're
Oh.
kind of floating in the air right now.
Well,
What is it like? We're on like a floating
Side
orb or
and
a disc?
Like a ring.
case, and let me.
Oh,
I will-
like a Taurus?
I'm pulling up
I-
yes, it
yeah,
is a
I've got
Taurus.
the app to use, which has a helpful model.
Here's one picture or one interpretation.
It's like
The
a
whole city
donut.
is on the inside of the Taurus, and it sort of wraps
Oh.
around in itself.
Fire, yeah. So right now
Oh,
you're at the
wow.
Journeyman, which is in the lower ward central district. It is L45, and that is where you are.
Oh,
But you are
cool.
going deep into the central district to the old flat. Title music. The old flat.
The old
Um,
flat. Oh, great. Okay.
And you get inside, and you can see Mold Man smoking a pipe. There's a
Mr. Man.
He doesn't
Wait,
speak.
where did we go?
We've gone to the old flat to see Mold Man.
Who is this man?
It
He's
appears
the best private dick in all of Sigil.
some kind
The
of
what?
humanoid fungus creature in a
He
trench.
kind of was born in this apartment. I don't really understand the full story. It was before I ever got here. But he
Burning.
grew
Yeah.
up in this apartment and is now a detective or private eye.
He was
It's a
grown
whole
in the
thing.
wild.
Oh, a private eye, then.
He
Do
can
you
find
know
out.
any?
Mold
Anything?
Man. Last
Oh,
time
he
we
can't
saw you,
speak.
you were looking into the lady who fucked all of our magic up.
And Mold Man nods vigorously, and he brings you over to a helpful chalkboard where you can see a diagram, really a much more clear sense of a diagram. So, from what you can tell, looking this over, even in an instant, Evelyn of Shar teamed up with a dark power. Mirkul and Savris, I believe, in order to kill Mistra. Mistra is responsible for overseeing the weave, a power that she was given from the mega deity Ao. And the death of Mistra coincided with the time of the spell plague. By one means or another, Mistra was returned. We know that Shar is the reason that Mistra was killed, and that Evelyn of Shar used the Apocalypse dagger in order to kill this deity.
But now she's
Lord,
back.
you should know. But she has been resurrected. And there is a connecting point that also points to Ptah. And there's just Ptah with 3 question marks. But they have some connection with Mistra. It's just not apparent what that connection is. And Moldman, who
And-
is mute again for some reason, does his best to walk you through his findings piece by piece.
Well, he does
It's
such a
simple.
good job at laying it out. It's so easy to read.
Mhm.
He gives you, yeah, he gives you this idea over the course of probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Okay, that Mistra is back, and
There's no Pepe Sylvia.
but Ptah, what do you know about Ptah, Mold Man?
Do they point at the question marks?
Yeah, they do point at the question marks and they show you a diagram of the astral planes and a zoomed in image that may be familiar to some of you who have seen that Ptah was a dead god. What you see is the form of Ptah before he was resurrected. So you know that Ptah was also once a dead god who has been returned. That is
Oh.
about the extent that Moldman has been able to find out in this.
Oh, where'd you get that picture from? That's surprisingly accurate.
Moldman. Wink.
Oh,
Copernicus takes off his ring. Hey, still here. Still a part of this.
Okay, well, then stop disappearing.
I'll ask Mold Man if, do Mistra or Ptah have any basis or foundation in this city?
Actually, no god's got any basis or foundation in this city. You can't have gods in Sigil because the Lady of Pain won't let some in.
It's illegal. And Moldman says, he points to a trashy newspaper that you would all be familiar with. We'll call it the Sigil Rag. And the article that he shows you says, "Are there gods hiding right underneath your nose?"
That being said,
Ordered to be found in the city. Blah 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 blah.
while gods aren't allowed in, people can worship them as long as they keep it, just a little bit of worship here and there. No trying to incite their gods or call upon their powers and spells.
Definitely not in their own forms. Like if gods are in Sigil, then they have to be in some kind of form that disguises the fact that they're gods. Whereas if they showed in their full splendor, the Lady of Pain would probably maze them, or worse. She can do that.
Hmm, I wonder. Can I maybe just take a moment and do I still feel these crown of thorns on my head? Or has it disappeared?
You do still feel them, but you no longer see the marks.
Uh-huh.
There's no visible scarring.
I think Joy will just kind of meditate on everything Moldman has said and what we've learned, and then also what the voice from the vases also
Yes,
told her.
you to reunite Mistra and Ptah.
Mm.
And Copernicus says there's one more place that you may be able to ask someone who knows. Oh, what was the name of that bookshop that Theodis was so fond of? They were very knowledgeable.
Bookworm or something? I don't know.
Dit's Books. That's the one. I knew Dit's Books. It's over on Copperman Way.
That's nice.
You
know what?
Tell me.
Y'all do your thing.
Yes.
You seem like you got a lot on your mind. Copernicus, he knows the city pretty well. Copernicus can show you around and get you where you need to go.
I'll show you the jet.
Rizzo, I'm sure you have a lot of loose ends you need to tie up. Y'all seem like you're busy. I'm going to leave y'all to it.
Well, before we part, then, thank you for helping me.
Yeah. sorry if it ended up being the wrong kind of help for your long-term health. Well, I guess you'll see. I hope you find what you're looking for. I hope it
I hope
isn't, and I
your
hope it
uncle's
doesn't have.
okay,
I hope
Russo.
I hope it doesn't have to do anything with like dealing with gods and powers and stuff like that. That's just above our mortal self's pay grades. We should leave those politics alone. You know what I mean?
I think Joy will just kind of smile
I
at
don't want to think
Pocket and
about the
just tilt her
implications
head.
of us having done what we did in the fifth layer of hell. Or- Hopefully, but honestly, I feel safe here because they can't come here. So
You hear
Mm,
a crier in the street. Extra, extra, read all about it. Levistus is broken out of his place in Stygia.
yeah. So I'm gonna.
Gary
mm.
rules the realm.
So if you need me, hesitate to call.
And
Yeah.
that's
We'll
where we
bear
will
that in mind.
break off and Pocket can go about their business.
Very cool.
Thanks everyone for being a part of this funny little misadventure. I'm not quite sure what the next steps will look like, but I do hope that these things will stay online so that we can see them and look back at the times and how far everyone's come. I'm
Mhm.
really yes, quite honored to have been able to run this game for so long, and thank you all for watching if you have watched. Goodbye now.